Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is April 25th, 2012. There's a lot to cover, so we're going to jump right into the charts. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see the futures are trading higher by 9 points this morning to 1379 per contract. It's a pretty good move. Right now, it looks like the futures are just trading sideways for most of the morning, but nonetheless, they are still positive by 9 points. So that's still a big pop, and we'll see if the market can add to it later in the day. However, traders must watch today because the dollar is not doing too poorly. It is negative on the session, but has risen really since around 5:30 and 6 o'clock in the morning. Dollar has caught a little bit of a bid, actually putting in a little bullish consolidation pattern at the moment. If the dollar pops higher, that could take a little steam out of the S&P 500 E-mini futures. So again, watch the dollar front and center. There's a lot going on today. You will have the Federal Reserve having their FOMC meeting on a rate decision, interest rate decision. Again, we're not expecting any real change here. They may dangle the QE3 carrot in front of the market again, which they've been doing for months and months now. I don't think that's going to happen either at the moment, but we'll see how the market reacts after the Fed announcement, and that announcement will come at 12:15 today. So at 12:15, the Fed will make its interest rate announcement. We'll see how the market reacts, but right now the markets are up. I don't really see any real problem, at least initially early. Now the Nasdaq is flying off the charts today. Nasdaq is catching a big bid. That's up. Nasdaq futures are higher by 53 points at the moment. Yeah, basically a 2% move. The move comes after Apple reported earnings yesterday, and as you know, Apple beat. And I don't really know why anybody's really shocked at these numbers, but I am shocked at the amount the stock is moving higher. It closed basically at 560 yesterday, now trading at 616 this morning. A little bit overdone on the upside, but hey, that's the way it goes. It is a strong gap up, so you don't want to fade the stock. Let the stock run. It's a strong move higher. I'm not exactly sure where the stock's going to go, but I do think it will probably hit resistance around this. I'm going to say 610, maybe we're above that now. I'm going to say 622 would be the next resistance point, but I would not short it just because it is a strong gap. This is coming from a real tender, weak position, and that is a nice little pop today for Apple. So Apple is lifting the Nasdaq. It really is lifting the entire market, and it's pretty amazing how one stock has this much power. But nonetheless, numbers were good, and not that I even care about the numbers, but the reaction, I should say, is very good to the stock, and it is up sharply higher this morning. A couple of other things to go over real quickly. Oil is also trading up today. Oil's up about 80 cents at the moment to around 104.35 per barrel on light sweet crude. You'll see the USO this morning is trading higher to around the 39.50 level. So that's a decent pop there in oil. So oil is trading higher to around 39.50 on the USO and around 104.35 on spot crude. Gasoline, I'm sure, will also catch a bid today if oil prices stay higher, so we'll have to watch that. Gasoline, which is the UGA, you could follow that, has been basing around this 55 level. So gasoline could be due for a little bit of a pop, and we won't be seeing much relief at the pump. We did get a little bit of a break this past week. Gold is really flat today. Nothing great on gold. I'm not seeing unchanged numbers here at 1643, 1644. Take a look at the GLD this morning. You'll see it's trading right around 159.42. Yesterday closed at 159.30, so it's up a little bit off the lows, but we don't want to make too big a deal out of it. If the dollar starts to fall, then gold will catch a bid, and that's the way it works these days. Okay, so once again, you have Apple up sharply. Let's take a look at a few other names out there that are trading today, pre-market movers. One is Baidu.com. Everybody knows this stock. Let's get rid of these lines here, make it nice and clean. Stock has come off the lows, though, so Baidu has caught a little bit of a bid off the lows. From my vantage point right here, I'm going to say the stock will have some support around 127.46, 121.72, and then ultimately 110.86 if it does get down there. but Baidu is already bouncing this morning. But this is a bounce candidate today. Baidu could get some bounces. I would watch those levels for bounces today. The stock has got a weak gap down, and those are usually good bounce candidates, at least intraday. Let's take a look at Boeing. Boeing, world's largest airplane maker, also defense contractor. Boeing is having a nice little day today, trading up around this 75.20. May have a little bit more upside. The gap looks okay. I'm going to say probably 75.50. 76 is going to be some intraday resistance. It's a strong move, so I'm not sure if you want to get in front of that, but there will be some resistance there, at least quickly. So leave it up to the savvy investor and defy the pattern on the intraday charts there on Boeing. We'll see how it looks once the market opens, but decently strong gap this morning. Let's take a look at Caterpillar. Caterpillar had earnings as well. Stock traded down to 106 already. This looks like a strong gap down for Caterpillar. If it takes out 105, don't get in front of Caterpillar. It wants to go back down to the $99 level. That's probably where you find support, right at a pierce of the $100 level, 99.40, 99.20, somewhere in there. But right now it is still just trading right around 107, not down all that much, so you can't make much out of it. But if it does take out the 105 level, get ready. This thing could go down to 99 bucks. And be a little bit careful on Caterpillar this morning. Let's take a look at Hess. I did see that Hess had earnings as well. Stock is trading a little bit higher here to around 55.80. I can't make too much out of it. Looks like a lot of resistance somewhere in the 56.75 area, and then big resistance around 58. But nonetheless, the stock is trading up. It is not that great of a gap up, so be careful on Hess, but it is making a little bit of a move. Let's take a look at U.S. Airways. I believe had earnings. Stock is trading up to $9.70. Ton of resistance up here. Ton of resistance. U.S. Air has a ton of resistance around 10 bucks. I just don't see that much upside here on this one. Not that I would do much with it, but I just don't see much upside there. Southern Company, everybody's favorite utility, trading steady Eddie here at 45.85. I don't see a lot of upside here either. Stock has a big gap around 46.50, which is going to be resistance if it does get there. Maybe it's even a little bit higher, 46.75. But I just don't see a lot of strength on Southern Company here. There should be good resistance at those levels. Let's take a look at MSI, which is Motorola Solutions. Stock is trading around 48.66. I don't see a lot here on this one. There's not a lot of pre-market activity either, so we'll leave it alone. Still good support at 48 bucks. If it does come down, if it breaks below that, then watch out. Motorola Solutions could be in some trouble, but let me see what we have there. So if the stock does break below the 48 level, watch for 47.50, 46.34, and then ultimately the 50 MA on the daily chart would be 45.80. But right now I'm just not seeing a lot there. If it rallies up, it would be a decent gap up, and it would have some strength. But right now it's just not having much activity. Let's take a look at Corning. Did see Corning had some news this morning as well. Stock is getting a nice little pop. Again, I don't see much upside past 14.50. So even though it's a decent gap up this morning, 14.50 is really all I'm seeing for the upside in that one. I don't see a lot of upside there for that stock. Let's take a look at Mosaic. Mosaic, everybody's favorite ag stock. This is a strong gap up. Do not get in front of this one. Mosaic has more upside potential. It is a strong gap up. That's a nice little move for Mosaic. Sideways move and then a nice big pop this morning. So let me just figure out where the upside levels are. I'm going to say this thing, and this is a tough one because it's only at 52.83. It's not up all that much. But really the big resistance level on this stock is going to be around $57, $58. So just pencil that in. I would not get in front of that though. That's a nice little pop for the stock today, and it looks like a strong gap up in my opinion. Let me see what else I have here on my list. That looks to be about it right now. There is some economic data coming out. So on the futures, it looks like durable good orders are out. The markets have pulled back in just a little bit. Nothing terrible there. But take a look at the dollar. All you need to do is follow the US dollar index. You'll see the dollar is falling, and that will help to lift the markets right back up. So again, once the dollar starts to decline like this, that will help inflate the stock markets. Again, you do have Ben Bernanke coming out with his interest rate decision today at 12:15. He will hold a press conference at 2:15. So again, he's going to tie up a fair amount of the day today. So we'll see how the market behaves. But right now, markets are on a sugar high. They're doing very, very well, all really on the back of Apple. And Apple is doing very, very good at the moment. It is a strong gap up. I would not get in front of that one. All right, with that said, everybody, have a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts tomorrow morning. Take care, everyone.